I'm telling you, Joe. Joe wants to. Let me turn my beep 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 beep. Fucking notifications. My
Yeah.
phone is going crazy.
And back up from the mic a little. You're kind of blaring.
Oh, good now.
It's better. Yeah.
Yeah. I went off the mic. That's probably why I went Blair. Yeah, because I was fixing my phone, and because you're gonna hear throughout the show, you know, the fucking notifications.
Yeah. Good point. Let me unplug my phone.
Yeah, unplug your phone, Joe, and put the ringer in your house to voicemail. Hello. Joe gets a call like every other show, by the way, on this show. Every now and then you'll hear the voicemail kick in.
And everybody knows me as Jokester Joe. I got to give you a hard time. The audio's good. Now, if only we could just lower the quality of the camera so we don't quite see your face so good. That would be better.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, guys, welcome to the show. Joe getting his puns in, the late lame puns, but welcome into the show, guys. This is the Savage Unfiltered Show. I'm hosted, your host. I'm hosted. Yeah, I am hosting. Your host, Savage, guys. Michael Gardner. This is Joseph M. Leonard, known as Jokester Joe. By the way, guys, if you are tuning in, whatever platform you're tuning in, whether it's our Facebook platform, our X account, Daily Motion TV now, including Rumble. Thank you very much. Get the comments in. We will plug them into the show. I just want to basically announce, guys, before we kick this show off today, this episode, this will be the season finale, guys, of season 5. That's right, guys. Season 5 in the books. Season 6 coming at you guys, but not now. In another month. So we're going to be off the air for about a month.
But the Savage Army is going to have savage absence, withdrawal syndromes.
They are going to have withdrawal syndrome, but not to worry, guys. Throughout the month until we go into our next season, we will be putting in some special episodes, maybe like little bonus episodes of like 10 minutes, just to kind of say, hey, we're still around, but not full blown episodes. So,
or maybe I'll hack in and take over for a month.
Yeah. He'll hack in. Like the time when I was traveling through Charleston, Joe was like, shit, I don't know what the hell to say. But, anyways. So, Joe, how was...
When I'm doing my own show, I'm prepared for that. But when I'm here as a sidekick, I plan on being here as a sidekick.
Oh, you're not a sidekick. You're the co-host from time to time. Yeah.
But there was those 2 shows where the guests canceled. They were not canceled, but were no shows. And I'm like, me and Shaky are like, okay, how do we stretch this? Shaky's grabbing video and throwing it up to give me a break. It's like, I'm running out of shit.
Yeah, you're running out of shit. You're running out of material. I can hear Joe with the uhs and Oh, man. Should we take a commercial break? I don't know if I should because Savage might get upset because then I'm taking the credit. No, but we got a good one today. First and foremost, guys, I hope you're getting out there to vote, right? Today is the day.
Got my sticker on. Of course, all the Democrats were walking out with 10 stickers because they voted 10 times.
Yeah. Joe, I had my sticker on, Georgia, guys, has like the little round sticker, not like Joe's. Joe's is kind of nice. It's oval. Yeah.
If I could try to get it closer here.
Yeah. I voted. Is just like the Georgia one. It has like, instead of the state like pattern. Yeah. Of Michigan. Yeah. Joe's from Michigan, guys, obviously. Yeah. But, like, the stickers in Georgia are round, circular, and then it has like the Georgia peach, and it says "I voted." But yeah, I hope you guys voted today. Today is the day.
And a bit about that. I normally vote at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
but we were going to be going today, so I
Yeah.
voted. Normally, I do that because there are 3 precincts in the same building I vote at. So I go to each precinct and get the numbers of how many people voted. Well, I wasn't worried about that today because record early voting. But yet, when I showed up at 10, the line was out the
Oh,
door.
was it?
And I was voter 146 in my small precinct. There normally are only 146 by 2 in the afternoon. So the early
Man.
voting is not the only record voting going on. It's busy out there today, too.
Oh, the streets here in Atlanta and the suburbs, especially this area of Georgia, guys, is swamped with people. I mean, you see like libraries, you see post offices, you see even schools, you know, certain schools, different areas, like just lines of people like just waiting to come in. And that's great. We need people to vote, you know, because your voice matters no matter what candidate you're voting for. Your voice still matters. And America should understand that, because any election is important. Without your vote, if people are not aware of this, people know whether you voted or not because it's on public record. It states that. I don't know if anybody knew that or not, but your family and your friends know you voted. They don't know who you voted. That's personal.
Correct.
That's like classified, right? A little bit, right? but who, like, when you voted, if you voted, that's on public record forever.
The qualified voter file is a public record, and
Yeah.
I can FOIA it, and indeed it will show who voted, not how. It'll say you were voter like 146. I was given ballot, I think 330 or whatever. But before it goes into the tally machine, that serial number comes off it. Therefore, it then is still a secret. Now, over a decade time, if your precinct is slow, I could figure out who you vote for over 10, 20 elections, right? But I sample all the votes cast between 10 minutes before you show up each time and 10 minutes after you vote each time. And over that time, I can formulate a 99% effective pattern, but it is work. It would be work. I'm not going to do it. I could do it, but I'm not going to because it's too much work. But in a busy precinct, that's harder because, of course, I may show up at 103 and you at 105 and somebody else at 107.
Yeah. I mean,
but the person voting at 107 may only be voting for one person and beat you to the machine.
Exactly, Joe. Like, that one person may make the ultimate difference in any historic election. One person, guys. It only takes one person to make the switch, to make the flip, right? Like, or it could take several. It just depends on the, I guess, the election itself. But especially this election. People are saying it's razor thin, Joe. Razor thin.
You could Google the number of elections that were decided under 100 votes or even under 10 votes. And in some cases where indeed there is fraud, again, you can't prove that those 100 votes that were illegal votes changed the outcome for one or the other if it's under 100 votes. But you can then say, well, 100 votes is above the margin of decision or whatever the numbers. Again, we're throwing these out for example. And it is precedent. That's why the SCOTUS didn't hear Texas v. Battleground States in 2020. They knew the precedent that the election couldn't be certified in some elections and new elections were ordered. So if the Supreme Court would have examined 2020 and Pennsylvania, Michigan, and other states clearly, without question, violated their law, sending ballots to everyone, even though they didn't request it, and Pennsylvania sent out 1.5 million ballots but got 2 million in return. Well, that's clear. You cannot certify that election. It would have had to have been tossed and then a new election held
Yeah.
under law within the rules. That's why the left gets away with saying, well, there's no evidence. No courts have decided. The SCOTUS punted, and that's why they punted. They knew what they would have to do, and they didn't want that turmoil.
Well, Joe, you live in a near a very blue city, right up in Detroit. Could you explain to us maybe of what's going on there? I've heard a lot of liberal cities like Detroit, here in Atlanta, parts of L.A., all over the place, Chicago, are having issues with drop boxes. People are like setting them on fire. Did any type of charade like that happen in Detroit? I know there's been cases of people lighting ballot boxes on fire.
Well, what we do know is Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
The Democrats have already been caught cheating there. And what happened is that, Ann Arbor, where U of M is, or Berkeley East, as we call it, right? They want people from everywhere illegally voting, so they don't check IDs or citizenship or any eligibility for voting, and they got caught. A Chinese national was encouraged to vote for Harris illegally, and he had a fit of conscience. Unlike Democrats here that encouraged him to vote illegally, he thought, you know what? I'm not good with this. So he tried to get his ballot back, which, of course, then you can't. But we know who he voted for, but they're going to count it anyway. That's why they're cheating in Ann Arbor to get people to illegally vote. And he went to the press saying, look, I was talked into doing this. I'm now not comfortable with what I did. I know I broke the law. And I think if Trump gets into office, he needs to pardon that guy. And they need to have him brought into Congress and spill the beans on all these shenanigans.
Yeah. I would agree. Donald Trump's been, he's been freaking campaigning for like the last 48 hours. I think he's been campaigning harder in the last 48 hours than he has been for the whole year. I mean, he's been, filling arenas and, venues and stuff left and right. But I mean, just coming out of Pennsylvania, I know he was in the Carolinas the last couple of days. And, the Republican National Committee, guys, is toting some of its key election integrity victories as voters are being rushed to the polls, hoping that these key issues are addressed. And like Donald Trump said, along with the RNC, it's make America great again or never again. And let that message sink in, folks. Make America great again or never again. It's either after today, hopefully today, we will know who the hell the president is later tonight, and we don't run into that whole fucking charade of 2020.
We may not. We may not. Again, the polls, the polling places purposefully fudge things to make some races look close.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're paid for by the media. And the media wants that to talk about because then they get more ad revenue from the campaigns. So ignore all the polls, whether up or down. You've got to get out and vote. That's all that matters. And you mentioned Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Before 10 a.m., the shenanigans in Philadelphia already began. Oh, machines aren't working. We got to bring in new smart cards for them. And former IT guy, oh, that's not suspicious. altered program smart cards can now come in, or cards that have
Well, Joe, before I get into
Okay.
this next segue, guys, if you pay attention to my X account, which I post a lot on X and any other platform like Facebook, I'm starting to give TikTok a little break, guys. If you follow me on TikTok, please, I didn't go anywhere. To all my, nearly
So we're going to have to start calling
10,000 followers I have on TikTok now.
Yeah, Savage is an X-Man.
Oh yeah, I love X. I really do, and I applaud the hell out of Elon for giving me that free
Not
speech.
one of those comic book characters. He's a
no, Joe.
X-Man.
Yeah, no, I've been posting left and right with the shit and the shenanigans I've seen here in Atlanta. Just last week, Joe. Get this. Last week, I know they're going to cheat in Fulton County like they did in 2020. I pulled over on the side. And I was really, really quick because, Atlanta police guys, if you live in the Atlanta area, you know how quick and responsive they are to calls or things that they see. So I pulled the side. There's no meters on the side of the street where I pulled off. So guys, shh. I illegally parked on the side of the road for the course of a minute, if that. Well, I got out of the car.
That's called standing. No stopping, standing, or parking.
Yeah. Well,
you violated
up in New York City.
Yeah.
But I got out of the car because I noticed as I was driving past these objects being covered with green tarps over these objects. Now, I thought they were planners or, maybe some new equipment, office equipment for this building, Joe. No. I looked straight ahead as I'm filming it through the glass. You could see it clear as day. And right on the bottom, it says for voting purposes only. A whole shitload of Dominion machines lined up. There must have been 15 of them that I've seen. Probably more because it kind of went around the corner. You know what I mean? And I'm like, these sons of bitches, I know they're going to cheat again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, beyond Philadelphia, was it? I forget where it might have been. Chicago, somewhere in Illinois. I'm not sure of that fact, but I am absolutely aware of somewhere. Indeed, they knew that the passwords had been leaked to Iran, North Korea, Russia, and China. They knew it. They knew it for a week. And said nothing, weren't going to do anything about it until an internal whistleblower says something's got to be done. And now they say, I guess we'll change the passwords. They purposefully were going to leave machine. You don't even have to hack it. You got the password.
Yeah, we'll keep this in mind, Joe. The reality, right, from the RNC. Folks, if you're not well aware of this, the RNC just launched an intensive election integrity program earlier this year, featuring now over 200,000 poll workers and lawyers at ready. And while the election results are, still, kind of coming underway and, we're seeing, depending on your area, your location, there may be some media, kind of giving some, predictions or the numbers coming in, Trump, should have this state or Harris should have this state. The RNC, Joe, they're ready with lawyers. They're not screwing up this time. Over 200,000 poll watchers. That is impressive. Yeah. I wanted to see the number a little bit higher, though, Joe. A little bit higher.
The shenanigans go on it's almost impossible to look everywhere. And that's what I was going to say about Philadelphia. Maybe there's, it was a charade. Look here. Don't look over there. That's where the real cheating's going on. Look over here, right? You can't look everywhere, every minute of every day up to and then during and after the election.
Well, the RNC just filed a lawsuit over Mississippi's post-election day ballot receipt deadline. This initially allows ballots received after election to be counted. Did you hear what I
Georgia,
said,
too.
folks? After
Georgia.
election to be counted, which, Joe, is illegal under federal law.
Yep.
Let that sink in.
A judge in Georgia said the same thing. The left wants to be able to know how many more ballots do we need to manufacture, and we'll get them in late.
Yeah.
No, they must be in by close of polls on election day, or they do
Why
not
can't,
count.
Joe,
Period.
why can't we just go back to the day that everything of how it used to be, right? Like, respected states, obviously time zones, guys, are a key issue in this, right? So obviously we're not going to get the elections results in every state by the same time because of time zones. But
I've been saying for years, we need a law. East of the Mississippi, you cannot announce results until 23:59 night of the election, because it can suppress results or suppress voting west of the Mississippi where the
Joe,
polls are open.
I say everything has to be accounted for by 3 a.m. on November 6th. 3 a.m. That gives all the states their respected time zone differences. Obviously, if it's 3 a.m., they should have everything done by 3 a.m. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I'm making an assumption. Not assumption.
It's not unreasonable. And I say election reform. I want mechanical machines back. You can't hack them. You can't cheat with them. People go in, they pull the lever, they cast the vote. You have 10 people reviewing the totals at the end of the night, doing the math. You can't cheat other than illegal voters still, but you can't hack a mechanical machine. We need those back. And that comes from a computer guy. I'm a former IT guy. Get rid of the computers.
Yeah, you touched on this Georgia thing. I want to comment on that, but before we do, guys, I want to say thank you to XChair. That's right, guys. XChair. It's an easy concept to understand. For everyone struggling for that perfect office chair, head over to XChair, guys. Scan the QR code because XChair remains in class of its own. It separates itself from every office chair in the world. It's comfortable. I purchased an XChair. It's a little expensive, guys. I'm not going to lie. But it's worth it, guys. Scan the QR code today, and you're really, really going to be impressed. I also want to encourage some of the people that jump on over to SavageArmy.com. Got some really, really, really trending merchandise selling right now. A true Shotcaster. Grab this merchandise and become a true Shotcaster on social media today, right? And tell that liptard, like Joe says, the liptards, hey, I'm done with your shit. I'm done with your narratives. I'm done with your spin of the language. Really good stuff. One more, guys. We got a really brand new product. Well, not so brand new, but it's through the Savage Army. It's a Joe exclusive, and that's a Joe original. So jump on over there too, guys, and grab that. Selling really good, actually.
And get in honor of Election Day.
So we had some sales before you go in there. We had some sales, guys, because the winter months are coming in. So we sold some hoodies. Well,
in honor of the election,
really happy with that.
In honor of the election, go buy a Roar mug. Restore our American Republic.
Yeah.
If we don't do it now, it's like Elon said. This is it. This is the last chance. And back to XChair. I used to have one, but the wife got it in the divorce, so it's now an XChair.
Okay. Damn that wife. But no, Joe, you were talking about Georgia, right? And then kind of relating with that lawsuit I just mentioned, guys, with the Mississippi's post-election, which illegally, folks, they're violating under federal law. Now, get this, Joe. You talked about Georgia. Is this tied to what I'm about to say? That a judge just denied requests from leftist groups to extend the voter registration deadline in the key swing state here in Georgia. A judge just denied that. A leftist group demanded we need voter registration. No. If you don't have your shit done by a certain day, that's on you.
You had 1 year and 11 months from the last election to register people. And another Georgia judge denied any ballots coming in after polls closed tonight. Improper, illegal. Now, those serving in war zones overseas, right? We got to do better. There's still no excuse. We need to let them vote earlier than even all the early voting laws, because in war, shit happens. It's trouble to get those ballots back in time. So we need to do better for our people serving overseas to make sure their ballots come in on time.
Well,
because I'm rule of law. They got to come in on time.
Yeah, get this, with these leftists demanding all these special little privileges, right? They think they're owed everything. Yeah. The RNC now, in Joe's neck of the woods in the city of Detroit, in August, sued the city of Detroit for their failure to hire significant number of Republican election inspectors to allocate those Republicans as required by Michigan law. That was back in August. Yeah. Another lawsuit coming by the RNC. The RNC, they're not screwing around. Go into Pennsylvania and Montgomery County, wrongfully sent out ballots without conducting ballot accuracy testing. Now, folks, this RNC, right, in Pennsylvania and Montgomery County, ultimately filed the lawsuit, and the county confirmed their suspicions that they did not perform the testing.
Right. But
what the hell is going on?
The left delays and stalls and with their lawyers drags things out so all their shenanigans can stand until after the election, and then it doesn't matter anymore. But we have to continue all the suits even months after the election so that the shit is fixed for the next election.
Yeah.
You can't just say, okay, election's over, forget it for 2 years. No, that's what's got us here.
Yeah, it does matter, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel, guys. I just mentioned Pennsylvania. Now the Trump campaign, you guys are probably going to be, you're probably going to put a smile on your face after hearing this. Now the Trump campaign just last month, they scored a victory in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, which was a must win for Trump. Bucks County, it's been, spoken about in previous elections. In 2020, it was just spoken about previously, going back to when he actually beat Hillary in the same county, in Bucks County, in 2016. He lost against Biden in 2020 and regained the voter support now here in 2024. So that's a big victory in Bucks County there in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Now,
well, you know what?
I wanted to talk a little bit more about that, but go ahead, Joe.
The early voting, and a lot of people are happy. Well, we can see that in some states where they make you declare registered party, like Pennsylvania and others. Our early voting for supposed Republicans is way up. Well, how much of that has been borrowed from Election Day? So it doesn't really tell you that we're supposedly ahead in early votes, because then we may not have the bump on election night.
Well, this victory in Bucks County, it forced it's like you just mentioned, the extended absentee voting, and it forced it, folks, to basically turn away all the illegal
late ballots.
Pretty much, yeah. The illegal ballots, the mail-in ballots, the fake signatures. It forced that out, which I'm glad it did. And I want to see more counties and even cities. I want to see Atlanta do that, but we're not going to get that shit. We got a brand new mayor, and the mayor that we have is just an idiot.
Yeah, well, your Governor Kemp is still a piece of shit.
Oh, he's a rhino. He is.
Roethlisberger, piece of shit. Florida, every fucking election, problems in Miami-Dade.
Oh,
they delay, they stall. They want to see how many votes we need to make up to help Democrats. DeSantis fired some people. They changed the law. Miami-Dade can't pull that shit anymore.
Well, get this. You mentioned Georgia, right, with Brian Kemp. Now, folks, are you well aware of Cobb County? Everyone knows. It's an Old Testament type of county, but it's a Democrat.
That's where I get my corn.
Cobb County. No. Cobb County, folks, is Joe. It's a little like northwest of Fulton County. It's in Marietta. Now, it's also a Democratic run county. Now, get this. They wanted to accept 3,000 absentee ballots after election day deadline. After the election day deadline.
That's what I was referring to. Yeah. No.
That is absurd. Joe, in my lifetime, we used to have elections that would stop and be counted for and countable and everything to a certain time, like I just mentioned. Usually by like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you knew who the president was. You didn't have to wait a week, 4, 3, sometimes 2 weeks later, like we seen in 2020.
And it should be easier with the computers, the electronic tabulators we have today, but no, it's worse. Go back to the mechanical booth.
Well,
every vote, it goes up by 1. At the end of the night, there's no more counting. They've all counted through the day. You go, okay.
You got crybabies, like we just mentioned, Joe. You got the crybabies that want extensions on their voting registration. Folks, let me show a little bit of maybe decorum or a little bit of sympathy for people to an extent. I understand we live very, very busy lives, and we have very different schedules. I understand that, but like Joe just mentioned briefly about a couple minutes ago, you have a whole fucking year to get your shit together.
Yeah. And that's why we got so much.
If you can't figure that out, I'm sorry. Right. You're a fucking idiot.
All that early voting. If there is any remote chance something will stop you from voting on election day, you've got, in some places, 60 fucking days ahead of time to figure that shit out.
Yeah. I mean, if you missed the deadline, I'm sorry. You missed it. That's it. That's it. That's like going to work and you're, hold on, Joe. That's like going to work, right? And your boss saying, I'm sorry, we gave you 3, 4, 5 chances. You're constantly coming in late. You're going to get fired. Hey, you're done.
Exactly. Well, it's also like crime. That's the problem. You keep allowing this shit, you get more of this shit. You let criminals back out, you get more fucking crime. This isn't tough to figure out.
I'm telling you, they're really dumb, guys. Before we continue the program, for those that are into terrestrial radio, yeah, guys, the Savage Unfiltered show is on terrestrial radio. I never thought I would be saying those words ever again, but we're gonna give it a test run. I've been kind of calling in as a guest on other shows. I've been having fun with it. I'm calling in other shows. I'm weighing in politically. Hey, Savage, what's up? Welcome to the show. Now it's not like Michael anymore. They've gotten to know my persona, so they're like, hey, what do you think about the election? I talked to this gentleman from where the fuck was he? Oh God, Norway. the Blog Talk Radio guys all over the world, for that matter. And I was weighing in on a show, Joe, from Norway. And he was like, so what do you think? I can't do a Norway accent for my life. But he was like, what do you think of the United States election?
We could do the Swedish chef. Work.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, I've been having fun, as a guest calling in, and we're going to be having 2 shows tonight, guys. That's right. 2 shows. So if you guys are wondering where the hell I am after tonight, right, on Spotify, because we're going to be absent for a whole month because we're going through the transition into the next season. Obviously, guys, if you haven't heard in the beginning of the program, if you're just catching in onto the live stream, today is the last episode for season 5. This is the season finale. Season 6 will start December 13th. So mark that on your calendars. But if you're wondering where I'm going to be for a whole month, I'll be on Blog Talk Radio for a whole month. So that's where you'll be able to catch the show. So tonight, guys, there'll be 2 shows. One tonight at 7 p.m. It's going to be a special election night broadcast. So join me there. That show will be running for about 2 hours. And then right after that, a few hours later, directly at 12 midnight Eastern time, for 1 hour, we're going to be doing the election aftermath. And what that's going to be is myself and Dex, my cousin. Yeah, he'll be coming back on the show. Dex is like, we got to do an election broadcast. I'm like, all right. He had his time a little strange, guys. So when you go to the first program there on Blog Talk, and if you see like where it says Savage and Dex won't be part of that. His whole work schedule, he got screwed up. So he'll be coming on the second part. So, yeah. So join us tonight at 12 midnight.
I've got a nickname for him, Dex the Halls, right? Dex the Halls with...
Yeah. No, Joe, you were talking, you gave him a nickname, the Dexy Express.
Right, to go with the Dexy Midnight Runners before, right?
Yeah, he uses that now on Twitch when he does his gaming. Yeah, he's like, this is the Dexy Express coming at you live on Twitch. Yeah, he took his word for it. Joe,
he's on Twitch, and you've got a Twitch. I'm
trying to get him to save his recordings, because Twitch, like any other platform, guys, you can save your recordings and like upload them on any podcast platform, whether, Spotify or Buzzsprout. I'm telling him, I'm like, go to Buzzsprout, go to Spotify, man, get the extra reach. He's like, I'm a gamer. What the hell? They don't want to hear audio. They want to see video. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Exactly.
You'd be surprised. Yeah.
I'm amazed. It's backwards. You would expect they'd want to see video, but a lot will listen to audio. But yet a show like ours, we're trying to build our video presence, and people, watching us makes more sense.
Yeah.
But
yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why they don't.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, before we continue the program, if you're looking for a Christian-based podcast that practices the Constitution on a Christian-based Constitution-wise, if I said that, I'm sorry, Joe, I butchered it. Check Joe's podcast here, the gentleman you see on the right on your screen if you're viewing us on video. Head over to Buzzsprout. He is an exclusive Buzzsprout podcast under the title and label Christitutionalist Politics Podcast with Joseph M. Leonard. He can also be found on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, including Audio Mac and countless others.
Yeah.
Give him a follow and check him out today.
20 plus platforms. And I'm uploading behind the scenes stuff at Daily Motion now, but I'm not bothered with any of the live stuff or anything like that.
Yeah, Joe.
I'm just feeling them out with, and I had a complaint from them the other day. I had to
Did you really?
I had to appeal them pulling down a video, and unlike Fascist Book, though, I actually won the appeal and the video's back up. And not ironically, it was a video about copyright violation.
Oh my
And they had
God.
an issue with it, even though the whole point of it is I'm not violating the copyright that you
You
censor
know,
keeps
you know,
accusing me of.
I got I got a violation on TikTok about a week ago. Now, the video I posted is not recent. It goes back like a couple months when we had our good friend April Brooker on the show, and I got a violation for nudity.
What?
I'm like, did you watch? I'm thinking to myself, I'm talking to myself like in a third sense, kind of like with these fact checkers. I'm like, did you watch the entire clip?
Did they watch any of the clip? There was no nudity in any show we've done.
There was, I mean, I'm not allowed to express nudity. Like even on Spotify, like when you sign up, and go through the contract and stuff, Spotify will tell you are not to air nudity on your podcasts. I'm allowed to say shit, fuck, bitch, asshole, all that on Spotify. But the reason why I'm not allowed to show nudity is because Spotify gives two options with both video and audio formats. You can either watch the video or the audio. And that's one of the reasons. Now, if they were just a strict based audio platform like Buzzsprout, then she could say, yeah, I'm exposing my breasts right now because, this and that. But April's a very, very well-known comedian. So hat tip to you, April. April, I'm not throwing you under the bus, darling. I know you're probably listening to the live stream. But yeah, April, we got fucking flagged for nudity with one of the episodes.
Yeah, if this was audio only, I wouldn't be sitting here with clothes on. I'd be in my underwear.
Oh my God, Joe came pretty close to nudity, didn't you, Joe?
Yeah,
you showed your underwear the one time. Joe gets right up, his fucking boxers are showing. I'm like, man, his junk's about to pop out. Good grief,
yeah,
man.
I think that happened one time when I went to grab the Shotcaster shirt or something to show on camera. Yeah, I should have muted my camera before I did that. Yeah,
you should have. You should have, because I probably would have had the whole thing. Joe getting naked on the show. Okay,
I got pants on today. Pants on today.
No, but back all seriousness, I thought that was bullshit. They gave me a fucking flag for nudity. April, you know what she did? She had her Maze doll, right? The female doll, because folks, April Brooker, she's a ventriloquist / comedian out in the Las Vegas area. Check her out, guys. She's always, doing different types of appearances, clubs, and podcasts.
And she does both a Biden and a Trump. It's pure comedian stuff. It's not taking a side. She, has a Donald Trump doll, and it's hilarious.
I think it's hilarious. What Donald Trump, she's got to change the name, obviously, for copyright. So it's Donald Trump. It's Joe Biden time. I think she's getting a new doll. She told me she purchased a new doll, if I have correct. She's getting some type of like AOC doll. I'm not sure what it's going to be called.
Fun.
Oh, I can't wait. If that's the case, April, we got to get you back on.
Yeah.
Or my God.
Like I call AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
She's always talking about Bill Maher. I hope she gets a Bill Maher doll. That would be funny.
Oh, that'd be a blast.
She was at the RNC up in Milwaukee this past summer, right? Yeah. And she made a whole thing that she was the only comedian that showed up. Bill Maher was supposed to show up, but he never fucking showed up. He had some kind of excuse.
Well, if Trump wins tonight, she needs a Tulsi Gabbard doll, an Elon Musk doll, and an RFK Jr. doll.
Christ, Joe, you're gonna have her broke by the end of the year. She's getting all these fucking dolls, man.
She'll sell out appearances all over the place.
Oh, I'm sure she would. I'm sure she would.
She'll make it up, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I don't know, Joe. Like, what do you think? What's your prediction on tonight? You want to give any predictions on a victory? What do you think it's going to go to?
I certainly hope Trump wins. But
Yeah.
the issue is the down ballot races. Again, because you can't trust these polls, but anecdotal evidence from all kinds of people, all kinds of places I talk to suggest we should keep the House, take the Senate, and Trump win. But can we beat the margin of cheat?
Yeah. I don't know, man. As as we close up, guys, I wanna say thank you to a couple more people. Really, 3 sponsors here. I'm about to give flowers to and a hat tip. I want to say thank you to an exclusive sponsor here. That's right, guys. Blackout Coffee, folks. I know the struggle. I know the headaches. I know the frustration when it comes to choosing the best quality of coffee. At Blackout Coffee, guys, your worries are all over. If you're tired of the jitters, if you're tired of the crashes, if you're tired of the watered down crap, choose Blackout Coffee. Because not only do they provide all that and a bag of peanuts, right? They're also known for America's coffee for America's warriors. They are a non-woke, patriotic company, and they stand by their word. Everything under their umbrella, from 2A guns and gadgets, right? All my 2A Second Amendment guys out there, you're going to love that. To a brutal awakening.
I'm running a special. Did you get your special code for Christmas to run promo yet?
I did. And they keep on, Blackout keeps on sending me emails. Shaky's like, we got to plug it. I forgot the damn plug, but I'll give you our plug, our exclusive plug, guys. See on the bottom of the video, whether you're viewing us on the live stream or on video, use this promo code, guys, especially during the holidays, because the holidays are right around the corner, right? Get your liberal grandma or grandpa some patriotic coffee this Christmas, guys. Use this code SAVAGED for 15% off.
Order now to make sure you've got it in time for Christmas giving. Yep.
Yeah. Order today, especially this code, guys, SAVAGED. You're going to get 15% off your order, and it's going to save you money. So thank you very much, Blackout Coffee. Another one I want to say thank you. Coming back around. God, they've been back. They're back in the shadow again, right? MeUndies.
Not right? Pressuring the pussy or pinching the penis.
Oh, they're pinching everything. They're from pinching the pussy to tucking the penis to irritation. No, they don't do any irritation lines. That's one thing they don't give is the irritation lines. Not like Hanes or Fruit of the Loom. At MeUndies, guys, they're all about one thing: making the best basics of underwear in town so you could feel your best. So when you're going to the club or you're meeting your honey at the nice Italian restaurant and you're like, shit, I got a fucking line. I got to go to the damn bathroom. You're not going to have that problem because you're not going to have any lines down there. No irritation lines guaranteed under MeUndies. Scan the QR code today.
Unless you're doing Coke lines. That's a whole other.
Unless you're doing that. Also want to say thank you to Live Rishi CBD products. That's right, guys. With Live Rishi, they have the Lychee Bomb. Did you get your Lychee Bomb today, Joe?
Yeah. Speaking of drugs, let's go to the CBD group people. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. No. Speaking of drugs, because Joe was pulling out the drugs on the show, the prescription. Yeah. Throw that shit out the window, Joe, and get yourself some Live Rishi. I'm telling you. Guys, I'm not a big fan of medication, but I'm always stocked up with Rishi Bomb, especially the, little chap, lips, especially in Georgia. It's getting a little, cold here, and if you paid attention, my beard is kind of drying out a little bit because of the weather. It's starting to get a little cold. So every now and then I'll put a Rishi Bomb on my lips, and it's great.
I was taking a pain pill. Every once in a while I still need one, but unpaid. We need to get Relief Factor to be a sponsor.
Oh God, Relief Factor. Hashtag it.
I started using Relief Factor, and it has made a major difference for me.
Has it?
Every once in a while, yeah, I still got to pop a pain pill, but I don't take them as anywhere close to as often. My usual aches and pains.
What is it? Powder or something? I've heard of the company, but
yeah, no, it's a set of 4
what the hell?
natural pills,
That's how they
capsules.
ship it in a vacuum sealed package?
Well, it comes in this, yeah, and they are individual. Then a daily 4
Huh.
pills and 2 pills, 2 capsules once a day, and I'm noticing a big difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I'm going to have to
noticing.
try that out. Yeah. Relief. What's it called? Relief what? I forgot the
Relief
damn name already.
Relief
Oh,
Factor.
Relief Factor. Yeah. I like the whole, like, cheesy looking person, like putting their hands up in the air. Or
Yeah,
tea
well,
or
we need to
whatever it is.
get them to sponsor the show, but a
Yeah.
lot of the conservative talk radio shows
Oh,
hosts
yeah.
do have it.
Yeah. We'll have to send
and
out a pitch.
I finally tried it, and it's definitely it's expensive. It's not cheap,
Yeah.
but it does work. And like they say, if it don't work for you in 3 weeks, it's not gonna. Send it back for a refund.
Oh, that's their mono there. Their little tag. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, we got some upsetting news. I got a call from Jeff Ravilla, the owner at Padidi, the gig I have up in Pennsylvania next week, actually. It's on the 10th. That show has been postponed. Yeah, postponed, guys. So everyone that purchased tickets, don't worry. The tickets will be honored for January 27th is the new date. So January 27th will be the new date, guys. Don't worry. All your tickets are safe. They'll be honored for the 27th, the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern.
We just changed the focus to ringing in the new year with Savaged.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and I'm kind of glad too that it was postponed because it was right around the election time, and I don't want to talk in front of angry people. You know what I mean, Joe?
Hopefully when Trump wins, or if Trump
know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be in front of a crowd of people in a theater and they're like getting in my bit, and stuff like that with the show.
Echoing,
in front of angry people that may have not voted for Trump and Trump wins. They're like, this son of a bitch is talking about how great America
by January, all the burn, loot, murder, black lying Marxist by large mansion crowd will be done burning, looting, and murdering again by January.
Yeah. So before we depart, guys, I know Joe's got something he wants to say. Joe's going to be on Rick Walker, Maverick News up there in Canada for a very special election broadcast. What time is that show? For some of the Savage listeners to tune in.
We're starting at 1800 Eastern time, Rumble or YouTube or wherever, or I think mavericknews.com, the website you can view. I was supposed to, of course, be with you on Blog Talk, but
Joe got a little frustrated. It's all right. I get it.
They fucked us over twice. I'm not giving them a third.
They finally got their bells and whistles in order. So, everything is good now.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. But I'm not giving them a chance to
Joe,
over tonight.
Joe, I'm about to plug that in a little bit before we depart. But I just want to give a fair warning. If you guys are going to tune into Rick Walker tonight with Joe, Maverick News, the man goes for like 4+ hours. So God bless him for doing it.
Oh, every day he does 3-4 hours. And now he's doing a midnight matinee movie thing going 2 hours after.
Oh my God. Joe, I know I know you're lengthy with that too. I mean, do you have like the IV of coffee or caffeine in your veins that keep up with them or something? I mean,
no, yeah. Well, as you've said, imagine me if I were on coffee. I'm this way. I haven't had a cup of coffee in like 2 decades.
My God.
Yeah. I don't drink caffeinated pop anymore either.
Yeah.
But, maybe to go 6 hours tonight, maybe I'll have
6 hours
caffeinated Coca-Cola. Well, probably.
Oh my God. That's a long time to broadcast.
It sure is.
They try to keep me in the X spaces for like 6 hours. I'm in and out, like maybe like 20, 30 minutes. I say what I have to say. You might see me there for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on what the content it is, obviously, if it drives a little spark of interest up there. But the fisherman over there at a bonfire, I know you're listening, fisherman. I'm going to throw you under the bus, buddy. I'm not going in your space for 6 hours. I'm sorry. It's just lengthy. Really.
Yeah, all the power in the world.
You know what we're going to do? Speaking of bonfire, they want you in there. They want to talk to you, Joe. But Joe is
I'm banned on X.
He is.
Elon don't like you talking about his EV vehicle.
No, I spoke to Angry Pops there. You know, the older man that I was talking to you about, and Angry Pops was saying a couple weeks ago, actually, yeah, I'd love to speak to him. I'm like, that's great. He just can't come in. Why? I was like, because he's banned. He's like, well, we'll try to make it work. What we'll try to do is maybe next week or the week after, when I do the special broadcast, guys, with the Savage Uncuts, the bonus, because I'm not going off the air on Spotify completely for a month. We'll still have our bonus shows. But maybe I'll throw an extra mic in. I'll put the mic down to the phone, and then Joe can weigh in. He'll be part of the Twitter X somewhat.
We'll backdoor it, yeah.
I'm sure Elon won't like that, but it's okay.
Just as long as I don't mention Tesla fires or SpaceX, NASA subsidies. Yeah.
Well, I'm about to get off, guys. Remember to check me out again tonight on Blog Talk Radio. Just search the show, The Savage Unfiltered Show. We pop right up. And basically, guys, don't forget to call this number in. We have the number. What the hell's the number? Jesus Christ. I had the number. What the hell? Bear with me, guys. I'm getting the number. Anyway, but
I'll give you your number right here, pal.
No, I had the number. Where the hell is the number at? This is embarrassing, guys. One second.
Your number 2, your shit.
No, I had the number. I don't have it memorized. I have to get this in before we close. But as we
well, I'm trying to stall for you. Find the fucking number while I'm stalling.
I am. I have it right here. 1 second. Oh my God, guys! Never again. Never again. You guys are laughing your ass off. I see you in fucking in Twitter world there. Okay, here we go, guys. Sorry about that. Never again. We'll never do it again. Guys, check me out tonight at 7 p.m. and also 12 a.m. There's 2 time slots for the show on Blog Talk Radio. The toll-free number, guys, will be 563-999-3475. Again, it's 563-999-3475, and then press option 1. You're going to get a little robot lady saying, welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Yeah. And then after that, you go into a waiting queue if there is. And then they patch you right in.
I was going to give you something, but I won't say it on the air. I'll wait till we're done because somebody will steal it if I say it on the air. But
okay. Well, we'll hold it off on that. Guys, you got some amazing shows tonight, guys. To check us out, both myself here, Savage, and then including Jokester Joe will be part of Maverick News with Rick Walker up in Canada for a very special election night broadcast.
Yeah, Canuckia.
Yeah. I'm gonna come on soon. I wanna weigh in on Rick. I've been trying to get on Rick for a while, but does he have a call-in number? No.
Yeah, no.
Oh, he
some
does.
days tonight he probably will. But you'll be busy. But yeah, on the Saturdays and Sundays, I think he's been doing a lot more call-in shows. So yeah, check out Maverick News on Saturdays and Sunday nights, and usually it's an open line number call-in. Call in. Right, I copied you on that email about Blog Talk.
I seen that.
I'm not giving them a third strike, so you've got his email address.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that.
When I basically told you I'm done because I committed to be with you tonight on Blog Talk, but I withdrew my commitment with Rick because Blog
that's
Talk
okay,
has
Joe.
screwed me over.
Hey, you've been replaced by Dex and the Midnight Express. No, I'm just joking. Dexy and the Midnight Express coming at you on Twitch. I love it. He says it now all the time. It's the Dexy Express coming at you. Some guy got all pissed off and he was like, Dexy Express?